All right, friends, a little early for Astroneer, but I decided to get going a little bit early. Well, I got like 7 minutes. I'm just going to hang out for a minute. I need to figure out what I really want to do today. See what kind of things I can do. I'm like really limited on backpack space, so I think I need to economize. But I think ultimately what I'd like to do today is go and find all the plants. I think that would be pretty cool. I need a list of them. Where's the list of plants here? Get a list of plants up somewhere. So Silva's supposed to have a what the hell is that? A flume fur? Whatever. We'll find it. We'll find it. We'll make some tappers and all that stuff. Okay, but in the meantime, while we're waiting until it's actual stream time, I am going to get rid of this garbage that's in my... Quirky, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Brian, how you doing? When did the update come out? They snuck it out. Came out this afternoon. I didn't even realize it. Ron sent me a message and said, hey man, did you know that the Astroneer update was out? And I'm like, no. No, I didn't. Let's move over to snails. I hate to feed them because I don't have a farm on this base yet. And I really need a farm. Like, really, really need a farm. Jared, how you doing, man? So, but I like the, I got used to the Sylvie snail light. Because it's so much brighter than this one is. I think my snails are down on the ground down here. But I forgot what that snail likes the most. I really got to get a snail farm going. Got to get a snail farm going. Not going to be the mission for today, but I really need to do one. That's a good idea for the resource canisters that you might steal, like my organization stuff. Yeah, I actually like it like that because it's like, you know, you can just go down and you know, see what you have and what you don't have, and I don't know. I thought it was really nice. What one does the which one does she like the most? Hispine, which are these guys, right? Isn't this a hispine plant? No. What's the hispine plant? I forgot what the hispine plant was. I thought it was this one. Let's plant both of these guys. Let's get a little... I'm starting early. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be starting for like the next 4 minutes, but I am. I'm going to start a little early. Let's get a really cheap farm going. I'll put the farm here. Silver like those green seeds? Like these ones, right? Those are hispines, right? These are the hispines? Yes, okay. Why didn't it say... I don't know. I don't know. Hull, what's going on, Lawrence? I think I said hi, Lawrence, already. Sorry. I have a ball over here, but I don't want to use the ball because... You know, I was watching Pat's crew use the ball, and you know, Hera went flying off into space. I don't know if I want to do it. We'll talk about the update. You know, if for people that were thinking that the update's going to be huge, it's not. It's absolutely not huge. Really the only thing that they've added is the tapper, and then they've added some plants that you can tap to. And right now, the tapper just gives you organic, which you're going to hear me complain, I think is the dumbest resource that they could have given us. I mean, come on. I mean, I know what they're trying to accomplish. I understand what they're trying to accomplish. So, okay. So thank you for accomplishing that. I appreciate that. I honestly feel that maybe... Complain away, give you some feedback. You should be on the YouTube side. There's more people on the YouTube side than there is on the Twitch side. Look, for me, and I'll just be honest with you, organic is not a problem. It never has been a problem. Even on the planets where it's limited, like DeSolo, it's not a problem. You can produce it with soil. You can grab it off the ground. I mean, look, this patch right here will give me 5. This patch over here in the distance will give me another whatever. The tapper, to me, has a lot of potential. Should I wait? I should wait. You know what? I'm sorry. The stream is not supposed to officially start until 8 o'clock. So I'm going to keep all my comments to myself until 8 o'clock. How's everybody doing? How y'all doing? Is everybody doing great? Anyways, back to the Sylvie snail farm, and then we'll talk about the update. We'll talk about how I feel and whether my feelings are right or not. I mean, they should be. Maybe not. They're not right. Maybe you guys feel completely differently than what I do. But we'll go back over it here. We'll talk about the patch notes. We'll look at the patch notes. We'll talk about the update. We'll talk about expectations. We'll do some speculation on what we think they're trying to accomplish, and then we'll go from there. Okay? I think we will. Gilmar, what's going on? How you doing? If I pronounce anybody's name wrong, I apologize. I'm really bad phonetically. I am, I guess I have light to moderate dyslexia. Maybe it's heavy, I just remember, like, reading in high school. When the teachers make you read out loud in high school, I fucking hated it, man. I just couldn't do it because my brain didn't work that way. I found it very rude of them to make me do that. I should have protested. I should have had, like, a mass protest or something. Maybe that would have made me feel better. It wouldn't fix my problem at all, but it might make me feel better. All right, let's see. We have some leftover stuff. This was from the harvest event. It was last October. For those of you guys that are on, it's like 26 of you guys watching on the YouTube side or across both, actually. What'd you guys think of Gilmar is not it. Oliveira? Is there like a rolling R on the end? Oliveira? Yeah, sorry. While I'm half Nicaraguan, I don't speak it. Nice for feeding medium generators in early game. Oh, no, hold on. We'll talk about it here in a second. It's 8 o'clock, but we'll give it just a little bit more time for a couple more people to get in. Give them the opportunity to get in. I'm trying to generate enough seeds here so that I can have a stockpile of plants so that I can feed this Galastro for my light. Just finished the latest event making burritos. Just annoying. Let's talk about the last event. I mean, there's pros and cons to it. I liked the fact that it was kind of like spread out, right? It kind of made me want to go back over and over again to see what the newest, latest, and greatest was all about. So I like that part of it. The amount of stuff I thought was a little challenging. I think it'd be really challenging for a single player to do that. I mean, yes, you could wait to the very end and then just do it at the very end because the item that gave the most was the burrito. And so the burrito at the very end was like, okay, I just need a lot of it, but I could then hold off and do that. But I think a lot of people found it really challenging for it being a single player event. It was challenging for a multiplayer event. Well, we did 3 streams that were 3 hours plus to get it completed, so 9 hours. I like the idea of making the events longer because the previous events were like, you could literally get them done. If you had a if you happen to have a save that was already prepped from the previous year, half an hour, right? Half an hour, you could get the event done. You can get the new, any of the new cosmetic stuff that was put out. So, it, you know, having to do it this way was good. I mean, we did a whole big commentary on the last one, but right direction. I think it's going in the right direction, right? All right, so let's talk about this. The new updates come out. Let's look at the patch notes. All these beautiful patch notes. I'll open up my browser here and get them going for you. Here we go. So we're talking about the Verdant update. I guess that's how you pronounce it. And like I said, you should have known, if you watch my videos, you should have known way back when I did the, you know, the patch notes, or not the patch notes, but the roadmap for this year, that System Error came out and said, you know, these middle updates are going to be small, but they're leading into something bigger. And so what has come out is the tapper, and it allows you to extract organic, and you're able to put that tapper on 5 new plants. So we're going to go check out the 5 new plants, which is really cool. We got the Bumble set for cosmetics, and I got it on, actually. I went and let me get a seed here. Hold on. I planted all this stuff and I didn't keep a seed for me. Okay, let me zoom in as much as humanly possible without any lights on me. And yeah, that's not going to work. Let's see. Let's put this guy down. Let me get a couple seeds in here. Brighten up my day. Look at that. Sunshine. Let there be sunshine. I need some sort of storage here for this. But I will plant it as best as humanly possible. That'll give me a half an hour of light. Okay. Can I plant everything? I think it's like bowling pins. All right, most of them got planted. There's a handful that didn't get planted. Okay, let me just fix these problems really fast. That one didn't get planted. Okay, we'll put an auto arm on that into some storage so we can have a little mini farm here. Okay, so here is the cosmetic. If you want to get the cosmetic, I had some bytes laying around, some qubits laying around, so I decided to spurge on it, because who doesn't want to be a bee? I mean, right? Of course, my bee have some shades on. It looks really interesting with the different suits on. You look more bee if you're the big fat guy. Okay, so anyways, let's go back to the patch notes. Okay, so they're talking about future updates, and you know, they're also talking about the tapper, that the tapper is going to be used for LTEs and will allow for tapping of, they don't really say for other things, right? They talked about the organic to automate the carbon for power. We'll talk about that in a minute. Or gather for LTEs. Now, what I'm hoping that they're going to gather for LTEs is something that is going to be different than organic. I hope it's going to be something different. Like the honey pot. Maybe, would you have a resource called honey? I don't know what you would do with it outside of that, but would you have a resource called honey? Would you glacio a pickle pod? Would you have a pickle as a resource? I don't know. I'm just, jumping out. Why did they do that? Somebody made a mistake. If Joe put this together, look, your pickle pod should have been before glacio. Go fix that, Joe. Who proofread this? Who QA'd this? Patch notes. On Planet Pickle Pod, you get a glacio. So, and then, they looked at some future stuff, right? Here's summer update concept. This is an interesting concept. Some comments about this. All you guys watching, some comments about this. What do you think about this? Frisky Blaze, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I mean, it's great to have another platform for the large canister. And I like the concept of having... I wanted to rotate. I almost rotated this. I like the concept of having 4 4s, T4 slots on there. So I guess you could do other canisters on here. and a couple machines on here. It's an interesting concept. I don't know. This, I don't know. What the hell is this, right? What are they coming up with? If this is a soil extractor, then it's a big win. This is a new canister? Is this a new canister? Oh my god. Do we need to really store more than 400 per? We'll have to go look at the large canister and see if there's like this little thing on the side of it. And then this, I don't know what this is. Who knows what this is? And then of course we've got the expansion coming up. All right, so let's talk about Tapper. Do we like it? Do we not like it? I think organic is too easy to get to begin with. I'm a little disappointed that it's organic, to be honest with you. Personally, I'm disappointed that it's organic. Organic is something that can easily be gotten off of the ground. It also can easily be generated with soil, with the soil centrifuge. It can easily be automated with the soil centrifuge, soil into a smelter, then into your medium generator. I don't know. Looks like something for greenhouse gases. Good. We can finally take off our helmet. Give us an atmosphere or something like that. So I was hoping that the Tapper was going to introduce a new resource. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that they wouldn't make something that produced organic because organic was so abundant, but clearly they did. And I know I was wishful thinking. I know there was a picture way back when, if you remember, you know, tutorial time or something where an organic was coming out of the thing. I know. I'm just saying I was hoping that it would be something different. Nerd, what's going on? You know, I was like, come on, organic really? But Butcher, what's going on? So okay, so there's that. So let's build it. Let's plug it in somewhere. I'll take a couple aluminum so we can build a couple tappers. Let's unlock it. It's just an aluminum. It's made on, I think it's on the backpack, right? Yeah, it's on the backpack. There we go, 1,000 bytes. Let's make this puppy. Any thoughts on aluminum as opposed to anything else? Leveling block? Hell no. Tapper? Yes. Should it be something else other than aluminum? Wouldn't it be funny if it was organic? Organic to make the Tapper. That would be hilarious. Okay. Let's make a small platform. Well, actually, let's make a little bit of a larger... Well, let me make 2 small platforms. Do I have an auto arm laying around here somewhere? Ron always... Well, I don't know if Ron's ever been on this space, but there's typically... anywhere Ron is, there's an auto arm. A C? No, we don't want that one. See, got a couple buggies. Raid platform. Smelters. We don't have a free auto arm here, man. DBA's a slacker. That's what he is. Me and DBA were doing this space. Plane, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a long time, Plane. Thanks for being back, man. You still have to gather it? Well, isn't it automated? Let's see if it's automated. They claim it was automated, right? Let's make an auto arm. What's an auto arm again? It's aluminum and ceramic. Is that what an auto arm is? Graphite. Hera, how you doing? Aluminum and graphite. Let's make an auto arm really fast. Put this stuff down. Carry a storage with me or something. Get some graphite going. Get an auto arm built. Oh, I used up all the aluminum. Another aluminum here. Okay, let's get our platforms built. Do we have an empty storage container? Nope. We were really good about filling up all of our storage containers. Man, I hate it when we're efficient like that. Is there one up there? There might be one up there. Not bad. Hope you're doing well. Absolutely. I think the event is it official? The event for the LTE, the previous LTE, is it over? I think it is. I'm asking because I've got some friends. April 7th. Okay, so there's still some time to do the previous LTE, where you had to make a bunch of burritos and send it off. Matter of fact, do I have a XO request platform here? I think maybe down. I have one down. Okay, let's stay focused. I have an arm. I have a storage container. Let me get a platform. Make a B. That way I can do it all in one. Oh, B to, no, large B. Did I miss the large B somewhere? Medium A. Where's the large B at? Oh, is that a medium? What are you doing, George? Oh, man. I've lost my brain here. There we go. Okay. No more dumb stuff today, okay? Let me go get a car. I didn't need a car for all this garbage. You still have to gather it without the tapper? I mean, soil. Are you guys all forgetting about soil? One canister of soil. Too bad I can't look at the previous stuff. So the previous stuff was, at any rate, this event is still happening, which you could get all of the cool stuff for that event. I'd have to look it back up again, but there was all kinds of cool cosmetics that you could get by completing the event. What I was trying to say is I have a save file. So until October 7th, you guys can load up that save file, or I'll run it with you if you want me to run it with you. And we can get you guys to get those cosmetics. So for all you new players out there that want some cosmetics, do the LTEs. The LTEs will give you some free cosmetics. Going back to getting this set up so that I can see how fast it produces organic. I still think soil is the fat. I mean, one canister of soil. Here, look at this. Look at this. You can literally fill this up in a matter of minutes. This with all soil canisters, no more than 5. And all that amount of soil produces so much on the soil centrifuge that you never have to worry about stuff ever again. So to me, for me personally, this is me personally. This isn't not necessarily everybody else because we're all different. But for me personally, not soil, but organic is not an issue. What would be more handy is the ability to have a soil generator. Now, the tapper doesn't make sense for a soil generator because, you know, it's a tapper. It's supposed to be on a plant. But the biggest problem with Astroneer, especially for console people, is as you deform the terrain, the file size gets extremely large. And so, you know, I'm still getting on my channel lots of reports of people being like, oh, man, I can't load up my save file because I can't. You know, it's totally weak. It's because they're on a console and the save file's, you know, way too big. I hope I don't have to load in a new world. This plant looks totally different, but I'm not getting a tooltip on it. So to have some way to generate soil without messing with the terrain would solve two problems. One, you'd be able to automate everything that's soil related, which is everything. Because from soil, you can produce resources that can make an item, a T1 item, that can then turn around and produce scrap. From scrap, you can go and produce anything, right? And then you wouldn't have to worry about, you know, deforming your terrain so much that you're going to kill your save file. All right, well, that was my thought. At any rate. Okay, the tapper. Tap on, tap off. Tapper. All right, it's not green. Produce resources from tapped targets. The new tree had a flower on the bottom. Okay, well, let's go find it then. Let's go find this flower tree, because that looks like going to be the only tree I can tap. Hopefully I don't have to load up a new save file. Hopefully they spawn some in for me. Come on, baby. Get out of there. You missed one of the new trees? I did. I was close to it. I've mostly said it on Discord, but I recommend players keep at least one of each of the Disboard thingies on the post-cosmetic rewards repeating stage for the event. For what event? For an upcoming event? I passed 2 of them. Man, does it look like... It's this one, right? It's this different colored one, right? Is this the tree that I'm looking for? This is the newest looking tree I've ever seen. I haven't seen this tree before. All the other trees I've seen, I haven't seen this color before. Why is there not a tooltip on this tree? Why is this thing still red? This is not the tree? I passed 2. You know, I hate the delay. The delay kills, right? The delay is a killer. That's what you're talking about? Soil's more important? Soil's way more important. Not that tree. Okay, hold on. I'll find this tree. I'll find this tree, people. Hold on. A flower on the bottom of it. What? Flower on the bottom of it. Let me go back to the base. Because people said I passed it already. I passed 2 of them. Tree. Where are you, tree? Ah, this tree. This tree. Oh, God. And the input is a flower? No. No. You didn't do that, did you? Come on. Come on. It's supposed to go in here into this little hole right here? Is that what it's supposed to do? Is that what you... Oh, my God. Is that what you're telling me? Or can it go anywhere on the tree? Can I get my tapper back? Toggle. No, I can't get my tapper back. Man, you didn't warn me that my tapper is a single-use tapper? Looks like those cheap flower toys, I know, right? Those little ones that sit in your car. The little ones that sit in your car with the daisy on top. Oh, my God. You guys took the base of that, took the daisy off of it, didn't you? We got your number. We got your number, System Era people. Okay, let me put one on here. Let's flip this around. Blink. Turn this baby on. Goes green to blue, right? Is that what it goes? Let's turn on my thing. Let's give my auto arm some power. And there it is. The magic of organic generation, people. I don't think it's single use, and it doesn't have to be on the flower. You can get it back after it's finished done or getting organics done? Okay. Let's see. Let's see if you lie or not. Let's see if QA has done their job. Give it back to me. No, it's not giving it back to me. You lie. You lie. So how are you supposed to stop it? You're supposed to time it? Is that what you're supposed to do? Turn off the auto arm. Turn off the auto arm, and then what? You have to turn off the auto arm. I turned off the auto arm. Oh, God. Another spam bot garbage guy I got to get rid of on Twitch because they can't figure out that they're massive idiots. There you go. There's a ban. Get out of here. All right. There's the organic. Okay. I turn it off first. Okay. It's off. Now I disconnect the organic, and now I can pick up. That is counterintuitive. That's going to take an entire video tutorial. Otherwise, people are going to be like, how do I use this thing? I can't believe it. What's System Error doing? You know it. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. Video tutorial coming tomorrow, people, so that you know how to do this. Minuet, what's going on? Uproots and harvests. Oh, so wait a minute here. So we can plant this tree? Look at that. Look how fun that is, people. Let's take these home and see how fast they grow. I won't point it out, but we have somebody from System Error in the chat, not on the YouTube chat where everybody's located. They're on the Twitch side. Don't go to the Twitch side to bother him. Go over there, bother him. So they also have a survey up. So if you guys want to participate in the survey, trees go fast. Look at these trees. Interesting concept on the trees. Always wanted a plantable tree surface. Don't know if I want to go in. It was a 2-for-1 harvest on the tree, right? Could you guys give us different colors at least? I mean, I don't mind the flower on the bottom, but how about the different palettes like the other trees? And then that way we can grow our own forests. We can mow down your forest because it's a fake forest anyways. And then we can put in our own forest. Too bad wood wasn't a resource, right? You give us a little Astroneer hammer and we can start pounding on the trees. Where's Joe, that slacker? Joe's not here to participate on releases anymore because he's tired of being bashed. Joe, come on. Suck it up, buddy. Get over here and participate on the release of this patch. Turn my auto arm back on because I want to see how. I mean, it generates. Okay, don't get me wrong. Your tapper is your Astroneer hammer. I'm gonna run out of oxygen, man. This game demanding you to have oxygen all the time. It's like we're not on a planet that grows trees that can't give us oxygen. IO, what's going on? Small generator organic field would power the arm indefinitely. It would. It would. But do I want to give up one organic for this little stinky thing? I mean, what are we talking about here? You gotta go find some compound now. Now you gotta make me go find compound? All right, nerd. Tapper seems to give faster, organic faster than I put on my mutated cataplant. Okay. We're going to go find the other plants. I bet you all the other plants have flowers on it too. Hence the bee outfit. I'm just thinking that the tapper has to have other uses in the future. That the tapper can't be just an organic generator. I know Joe's the one that always gives out all the little goody stuff, but you know, it's got to be something more than this. Oh, does it put it on this one first? Was it this one? Looks smashing in that bee outfit? Yes, right? I should be able to buy the flowers. Be like, bzz, bzz. You can't leak like Joe? Yeah, no, I totally get it. I totally get it. You can't take Joe's thunder. Joe has a trademark of, I can't tell you. I know something you don't know. That's Joe's trademark. You can't take that away from him. He'd be crushed, man. He'd be crushed. All right, let's go check out other plants. We need to go find the other plants. So that was this was the Silva plant. I'm assuming this was the Silva plant. Let's go back and read the name. The name of this plant was, I'm a plant. Harmless flora. This plant has no name. Is that a QA problem? Harmless flora? Shouldn't you have the name on it? Like the other plants? Silva. So Silva plant was... yeah, plume fir. Well, I'm assuming that is the plume fir right there. Plume blah. Forgive me while I find my face here. Super B Dave's not here. Dave! 16. What's going on, Dave? I haven't seen you in a long time. The plant with no name. next Clint Eastwood movie. You really need to be on the other side. You need to be on the other side of chat, man. Dave, what have you been up to, man? It's been eons since we played together. Eons. I need to go back and do my adventure in Astroneer, which is like the last 6.5 years of Astroneer gameplay. Just put it in a montage. Going for the montage. All right, let's go fly somewhere else because you know this planet's boring. Let's go and find other plants. So another plant that we need to get. Calidor. Let's go to Calidor. Cactile. Should we take a tapper with us? Why don't we just bring the plants back with us? We'll bring the plants back with us, and then we'll plant them here at the base, and then we'll talk about them. How about that? Is that a reasonable suggestion? I think it's a reasonable suggestion. I'm looking for storage. If you wonder why I'm running around, looking around, I'm looking for storage. I'm looking for studs, people. There's not enough storage on this. I guess I could drop it. Here, wait. Tried and true. No, wait. I might need this. Tried and true Astroneer guy. Just dump it on the ground here. Right? Nothing can blow up, right? We're all good? Yes, please. You did a bee thing there? Yes, bees. Jeff, what's going on? Okay, is that enough? That's enough space? Probably enough space. We shouldn't have to take, you know, anything as lame as like tethers. I mean, what do you need tethers for? Who needs a tether? Why would you want to bother taking a tether with you? Crazy talk. Those seeds will disappear, though? What seeds will disappear? What seeds you talk... Oh, the seeds that are... Yeah, you're right. Okay, here. You're right. Plant them. I don't know if I need a pop coral seed, but I'll plant it anyways. Oh, that was a thistle whip. Okay, I'll plant the thistle whip. Plant this. Okay, we're safe now. We're safe. We saved... Oh, wait, we're not safe. We almost didn't save these plants. Okay, now we're safe. We're safe. We can leave. We can leave and go to another planet. Tethers can be used and not get lost. Let me introduce you to this powerful feature called the compass. Tink. You ain't getting lost with that, buddy. You ain't getting lost with that. Get rid of this mission log. Look at that. Look how sexy that is. Took a lot of time for them to figure out. You know how long we waited for that? There you go. You won't thank me later. It's been eons since I simulated and played Astroneer. Was focusing on work, my robotics programmer's job. Nice. So you're a robotic programmer. Do you guys run around the office and be like, Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto, Domo? You do, right? You do. I know you do. Because I would. All right, mini base. Action wheels will read. Let's go look for this plant. Let's go look for this plant. Gotta be around here somewhere. What do you bet it looks like? All the other plants. You know, should I bring... You know what? Here, let me not be dumb. Hold on. Well, if I can get up this stupid ramp. Sorry, we need to go back home just really quick, okay? Oh, no, we didn't need to go back home. Dang it. I keep forgetting you can call the snails from the launch pad. Go back down to Calidor. Do I have a... Well, I don't have a seed. I could get a seed. It won't be the right seed, but I can get a seed. Okay. You know what? We'll land. We'll land, we'll call it. We'll feed it. Everybody will be happy. Oops, I almost missed a landing spot. Can't see beacons from a certain distance. I know. What happened to that? What happened to that? You just need to know general, you know, north, south, east, and west kind of thing. Let's call Princess. Work light, solid fuel, jump jet. Wow, look at all this stuff I get. Where is Princess at? Princess Visania. That was weird. Didn't I press it the first time? Okay, we'll go find a plant before we kill ourselves. Take that oxygen with us. Yeah, we'll just dig this up. Not the right flavor plant, but it'll do. Here, eat that. Yeah, you love it. You love it. Eat it. All right. We're off looking for a plant. We're somewhat indestructible. We're looking for a plant we've never seen before. There it is. Little flower plant. Okay, let's gather. Oh, how cute. Okay, let's take that back home. Wait, we need a photo in their natural environment. Hey, stop shooting at me. It's rude. Rude, dude. Let's see, a photo in their natural environment. Now it's going to take me an hour to find a second one. What do you bet? There's one. Okay, wait. Got to pose. Strike a pose. Bzz. Okay, zoom in. Oh, did I have the tooltip on that one? I think I did. Okay, that should work. Out of here. Out of here and indestructible. I watched this one guy play 100 Days in Astroneer. And man, you guys at System Era should watch that video. I think that that would like open up your eyes to why people feel that this game is difficult to learn or very confusing initially. 100 Days Astroneer. I'll let me send you a link. I'll send you a link. The pain in which that guy experienced in the beginning, just trying to figure it out for himself, was a little bit, I don't know, it was telling. It's kind of the same experience that I had with Pat. And what was kind of interesting about it was that he kind of had the same reaction as Pat did. It's like, initially Pat was like, I got this feeling of Pat wasn't really all that interested in the game. It's since changed. You guys wind up giving me a couple keys to do as a giveaway. Luckily, or I don't know how it worked out, but anyways, 2 of his subscribers wind up getting the keys. And now has since started playing it. I don't know if on a regular basis, but he's since started playing it. And they really enjoy it. But I think it's that initial pain is exactly the same pain that this guy went through. Sorry, I had to just do this really fast. Give my System Era bros a little heads up. Okay, next place we need to go is probably... Do I use any tethers? I tend to not use tethers when I don't have to. There's so many different ways to get oxygen in the game. You really don't need to use tethers. Give me just one more second, folks. Can you send me a private message on Discord so I don't have to search for you? Sorry about that. I don't remember where you posted in Astroneer, but I don't remember the last time you posted. Okay, off to another planet. So the next one we're going to is... let's see. Glacio, Visania, Atrox. Let's go to Atrox first. Honeypot on Atrox. Honeypot on Atrox. You still get 10 minutes with non-preferred seed, I know. Atrox. Chromedia is, or Chromedia meaning the guy that I was talking about? What is that was his name? I think that was his name, right? Do we have a base here? I think we have a base here. Yeah, Chrometa, right. Right, that was the guy. Just watching him initially do stuff, it's like, I can totally understand why people back away from the game. Or maybe don't understand the game. Is this really where we're landing? I guess so. It's the gas station. All right, what would the honeypot look like? Oh, psh. That wasn't hard. That's the honeypot? Kind of looks like a... Doesn't this look like a smiley face Picasso or something? Oh my god. Just as the one large flower and the one small flower. Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Hold on, before I dig that up, I need a picture of it, but then I need to get some more seeds because... No, I think my light is on. It just feels like it's not on. It's on. It's on. Just get turned around here. Come over here, turn around. There we go. Zoom in. Where do we want to be looking with our eyeballs? Oh yeah, we look over here. Okay. Let's harvest this guy. I guess I gotta harvest it, right? I only get 1 seed for harvesting him? Really? Alright, Plane, take it easy, buddy. I want to thank everybody for being here. Really appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Would love to have you in the community. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below. And make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you know when I go live and when I post new videos. We're looking for this other honeypot thing that's not labeled a honeypot. I don't want to go down into a crevasse. Oh, that was the Coldrangia. I was like, what is that? I'm running out of oxygen? Was I not loaded up first before I left? Load back up. Get my tank loaded. System error should add fireflies or robotic bugs. What? 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 Oh, look at that. That's like a honeypot jackpot. Okay, I have 2. Let me take a picture of that because that was special. Wrong seed, it looks like. That's the wrong seed? No, it's a honeypot seed. It says honeypot, man. It says you got the pot. Telling me I'm a bee and I can't find a flower. Come on, give me a break here. Natural. What's up, buddy? Doing natural. Man, I've been dying to play D2 for like ages, man, and I just can't find anybody to play with. Like over and over again. I'm looking for D2. D2 guys. Ignore you for now. Yeah, I know. It's a pretty sharp learning curve. When I first started playing, it's on our priority list, but no timeline. I can promise for it. But it's not for me. I mean, what do I care if people don't want to play your video game or not? I think that would be on the top of the priority list, don't you? Keeping people interested in your video game? I'm just saying. I am just saying. All right, let's go to Glacio next. You know what you can do is you can tell me why you guys nerfed the custom games. Tell me why you did that. We started playing, you know, I had a whole family issue. You guys came out with custom games at a very wrong time. I was on vacation when you came out with the custom games, and then I had a whole family issue, and I had a family member pass away, and then, you know, honestly, for a whole year, I really didn't feel like playing any video games, but I still kind of toughed it out. But I didn't get to the custom games in Astroneer until much later after release. And we started doing the custom games, and we started doing the hard mode, and we were like, all right, So we did a couple hard mode missions, a couple live streams on the hard mode. And then I was like, all right, let's get into it. Let's get serious. Let's create our own super hard version. And then found out that you guys nerfed the thing. So why did you nerf it? Okay, we're looking for a pickle something plant here. Simple answer, very broken stuff happened with certain settings. Wow. And no motivation to fix it, huh? Already invested the time in it, decided not to continue on with it, huh? Or either that or it's on the lowest priority list to fix. Love the concept. You guys just came out way too late. I mean, we asked you for 6 years for that concept. Too late. Too late, too late. All about priorities. I hear you. Who's running the show over there nowadays? Did all the principals wind up leaving? Adam and all those guys? Did they wind up taking off? Is Joe now running the show? Joe's the kingpin boss, right? You better start working your butt off or he's going to have the cartel come after you. I miss seeing Joe around, man. Joe's been my bud for many years. We have this love-hate relationship. I love him, and I'm sure he hates the hell out of me for the questions that I asked. Adam's still around? Oh, cool. I was thinking you guys would have sold and then been like, I'm outie. Joe's been really busy. Frig, what does a pickle plant look like? You know what? I'm not going to be caught with my pants down. Or let me rephrase that. I'm not going to be caught with my pants down again. It's not going to happen a second time. I bet you it's in the caves. Oh, not again, Nim. What's going on, man? Oh, wait. Does she still have power? Please tell me she's got power. Okay, save myself. I need some seeds. Hold on. Give me some backup seeds. D2, I was totally into D2. I was playing all the time, and I couldn't find anybody to play, and then just gave up on it, you know? Got filter here. Division 2 on PC? Yeah. Yep. Division 2 on PC. I'm glad you know it. I'm glad you know it. Not many people know it out there. It's one of those, like, hidden treasures and stuff. You know, I've been, like, harassing my crew to get them to play over and over again. They're all like, what's this D2 thing all about? It's got to be in the caves. This pickle plant's got to be in the caves. I got to look for a cheeseburger for a pickle plant. Played it on Xbox, but I have a copy on PC too. Nice. Nice. Maybe we could team up. We can team up and we can just be awesome together. I'll be like the shooty guy. You could be the guy that like runs away. That would have hurt. Alright, I'm going down to the cave. It's got to be in the cave. Do I want you to spoil it? No, no, no. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. We'll find it. There's not too many places it could be, right? You look in the craggy valleys in the mountains? Old wolf. I was almost going to go in the craggy. Hey, let me ask you another question here. Has System Error ever thought about... You know, you wind up putting down a bunch of artifacts and stuff like that for the LTEs. Have you ever thought about wiping out those artifacts after the LTE's over? The summit, have I hit floor 100? Oh, like 7 times, man. You know, I do that stuff in my sleep. Michael B, you just picked it up in the Steam sale? Nice. This is the pickle plant. Cute. I like it. Pickle plant's my favorite so far. Maybe because it just has the name pickle in it, but, you know, I like it. It's kind of cute. This is a Gina idea. I feel it. Gina came up with the pickle plant. Running out of oxygen again? How is that possible? Alright, let's go back. I was going to go look for another one, but you know what? Let's make it back to the next. I think it's Visania, right? Visania. Potato. Yeah, the LT event item spawns, right? Yeah, have you ever thought about 2 things? Have you ever thought about, is there a possible way to get rid of them after you put them in? Think of the guy who was like, oh, I got the coolest base on the planet. LTE happens. Now I don't have a cool base on the planet because it's populated with all this stuff. And, oh, what is that? Oh, that's the door. Weird. Or, have you thought about maybe putting a checkbox on there that says, I want to do the LTE or I don't want to do the LTE? How about that? Maybe with the pickle plant you could turn yourself into a pickle? I pickle midnight! Oh god, I keep forgetting the name of that. What did the Russians call him? Well, I keep forgetting what the Russians called him. All right, let's look at Visania. We need to go to Visania. We got them all except for stretch pedal. Visania is a stretch pedal. Solenia, right? Right. I left half-eaten pickle in my sandwich. Solenia's coming for me. It's Solenia. Oh, I love that one. I love that one so much. It's so good. How am I on fuel? Dude, you worried about fuel at a time like this? What are you talking about? I got 3 launches. Don't worry. No worries. Three launches with 1 plant to find. We're looking for something that is stretch pedal. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get some resin. Again. Whole pants down thing. Scratch pedal. Thought you could get me. Dang it. Crevices. Gotta go. All right, buddy. Take it easy, my friend. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. It's got to be in the forest. Can I get over to the forest area? Hell no. Look at this place. This is crazy. I'm about to fall off this thing. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. That'll work, Midnight. You've only been playing this game for how long, and you can't build a dang ramp? Go watch your own video on it, okay? How stupid was that? There it is, another tree. Tree number 2. All right, let's harvest this. Let me see. If I dig it up, do I get 1 or do I get 2? I get 1. If I harvest it, do I get 2? I get 1. Interesting. Ooh, will these seeds work in here? Will they eat that? Questions, right? I'm doing a little science here, people. Oh, of course. Take your eyes off the ball for a second. Again, I was looking up ahead of me instead of looking at the terrain and this freaking spaghetti thing. Hey, Natural, don't be trying to clan with my buddy. What are you talking about? The only guy that ever wants to play D2 and you're trying to clan with him. What are you talking about here? Where's another one of these? Same hole, no less. I know, I hit it twice. I hit it twice. I feel proud of myself. I am not in a clan, sir. I am clanless. Follow the immortal words of Player Ready 1. I don't clan. Just a bee in his tree. Don't be looking at my tree, people. It's kind of rude. Kind of rude you all looked at my tree. I'm going to harvest this one. I'm going to pull on it. I'm going to yank on my tree. I yanked on my tree so hard it disappeared to the ground. Ah. Come on. That defect was so 6 years ago. I've stolen your name? What name is that? Good, I needed to use that. Midnight? It's just because people have a hard time saying one last midnight. It's hard in a conversation. You don't really get to say one last midnight in a conversation. All right, sometimes you get 2, sometimes you get 1. Didn't I just make a filter? Okay, there we go. All right, back to base. We have our plants. Try not to fall into a hole here. Visania is one of the most difficult planets to navigate. I know. Do you remember when it was... God, I've forgotten all of the planet names. There was Tundra. There was Arid. There was Radiated. There was... What was Visania before it was Visania? Unique. Exotic. It was Exotic, right? Exotic landscape was pretty cool, though. It had, like, multiple different landscapes on it. I liked it. It was really cool. You want to pick my brains because I'm a predator? You know I'm a predator, buddy. Let's go home. It's like B-Day. It's like my B-Day. Nice, Jammin'. Slip that one right in there. Be serious. No, serious. We need like a full squad for D2. We need a full squad for D2. Natural got me into D2, then he abandoned me because, I don't know, I was just so awesome. I think that was the reason why. He was intimidated by my usage of a gun at level 3. I mean, and who wouldn't? I mean, who wouldn't, really? Tom Clancy's Division 2. And I have to say, for an older game, I'm impressed. I am impressed. Behave. Oh, man. That's it. Okay, let's plant these down. So we can have all of our plants just looking all sweet. I gotta have my pickle plant. Yo. Wouldn't it be cool if there was different soil types? Like you get soil from Calidor, and it'd be Calidor soil, and then you could only plant stuff in Calidor soil. I'm saying stuff that is pissing people off. I bet you everybody's pissed off about this. Put it. Oh, it'll put it in the first empty one, right? Hydroponic plots. Nice. They grow way too fast. Okay, do they have anything different on them? They probably don't. Turn off my auto arm. Let me just check. Let's see, maybe it's different color stuff. Pretty much impossible to get a flat area in a basin of Visania. That's because they shrunk the planets. They shrunk the planets on the release of V1 with Terrain 2.0. Then they shrunk the planets again on the creative update, and I think they snuck in another shrinkage. I'll bet money on it. I bet you there was 3 shrinkages. I know 2 of them for a fact, but the third one, Oh, I had to turn the tapper off. Dang it. Toggle, and there's no. It says toggle, but there's no indicator if it's on or off. It's... They probably thought that was intuitive not to put if it was on in there. They're like, it's on. There's a green light. There's organic coming out. But you've trained us to read tooltips, and now you've taken away the intelligence of a tooltip. You know I'm right. Water was cold? Water's usually cold, right? Same organic. Same organic material. Replying to there was shrinkage. Oh, the shrinkage. It was cold. Okay. He's talking shrinkage. Water was cold. Got you. I don't have to worry about that. You know, cold water doesn't affect me, my friend. It has no effect. Shrinkflation. Talk about reducing a deficit. Permanent generator doesn't work. Well, it doesn't feed it because it's feeding the resource canister. If I was to put the resource canister to be output, right, and have it fill up all the spots, then it would hold on to... Oh, well, I wonder if it would put it in there. Oops, I'm not filled up yet. Sorry. About to die. Come on. Oh, what kind of Astroneer do you think I am? Can't stand here next to oxygen. That's a rookie move. I think it'll feed the canister. The output will go into the generator. Let's see if that works. I'm sure it will work. Let's just test that. Let's put one back over here. And I have my tappers aligned. So as I was saying earlier, there is a survey that you can take. It's on the patch notes for System Era, asking your opinion about stuff. You know, what do you think? What direction do you think they should be going? Well, I didn't read the whole thing. I didn't get to the second part of the survey. Should I get into the second part of the survey? Where they start asking me about my pets and stuff? If your pet could play, what would your pet say about the game? I got offended that they have a requirement for my age. I mean, come on. You don't need to know my age. I mean, really? Do you need to know my age? What's the reason that you need to know my age? It's not like you haven't collected that statistics already. I'd rather not disclose as an option. Yeah, okay, come on. How about... I'd rather not disclose for gender either? Come on. Do you engage in your community with following media? No. On Discord. No on Reddit. No on Twitch. No on Facebook. No on YouTube. No on Twitter. What else don't I communicate with you guys on? I will respond to you if you write me directly. Otherwise, can't respond to you. Okay, well, wait. There's some interesting things here. What aspects of Astroneer do you enjoy the most? Base building? There's not really a base building concept, is there? Is there? Would you guys consider that there's a base building concept since you have no base building pieces? Resource management. Automation processes. I'll go with automation processes. Exploring the planets. Okay, we'll have to roll back my brain. Exploring the planets was fun in the beginning, but then once you know what's there, that kind of goes away, right? There was no base building, so boo. Okay, all right, come on. Base building just like cracked open something here. Floor and wall panels would be great. Hey, what's all included in this new update? One thing. No, 5. It's 6 total. 5 new plants, 1 new item. But Hopefully that'll be used for future stuff. Puzzle solving. Was there any puzzle solving? There was puzzle solving in pre-alpha. They had this. They had the. Well, okay. There was puzzle solving in pre-alpha with the stuffs. That one thing that you could pick up and take back to the hab. There was also, wasn't there something going on with the satellites? You don't have to write out, you know, effing. You can just write effing. You don't have to write out, you know, the ucking part. Just write out effing. We'll get your idea, okay? Kids watch this thing, man. Come on. Come on. Let's see. Puzzle solving would be nice. If they had puzzles, that'd be great. Sculpting terrain. Let's talk about that. Coming from the person that did the creative update and built a life-size bust, or mountain-size bust of the Astroneer. Sculpting terrain in adventure mode, sucky. Sculpting terrain in creative mode used to be great, except they sped up the lowest deformation speed. Before, you could go really, really slow, so you could, you know, push those polygons down really slowly to get the shape that you want, and then somewhere along the way they decided to increase the speed, and that screwed that whole thing up. Limited time events are fun the first time around. They're not fun any other time after that. Making my own adventure. Well, we've had like 1 million challenges, right? Message me on Discord. You message Natural on my Discord for D2? What? Making my own adventures. Okay, we've kind of done everything we possibly can do, though. I was hoping that the creative thing was, I'm back. What'd you miss? Oh, dude, you need to roll back when I started this questionnaire. Dude, I didn't know you were gone. I would have waited for this questionnaire. Let's see. Hanging out with friends. Hanging out with friends is always fun. The problem is the end game for Astroneer. You know, this is a really great question to ask for Ron, who's got 8,000 hours in Astroneer. I mean, is that right? Let me go back and look at it. I think that's right. Ron and Kilmowski, out of all my subscribers and people I played Astroneer with, have the absolute most hours in Astroneer. Ron has actually 2 accounts that he plays on. He plays on 2 accounts. So Ron and Kilmowski, I guess you'd have to ask them what keeps them going. Because I have done so many, Fairnux has 8,000 hours. I almost feel Fairnux has 8,000 hours in Astroneer. I feel that Ron would have more than Fairnux. But maybe not. I've got like 3,000 hours or 4,000 hours, something like that in Astroneer. I don't know. You know, hanging out with friends is fun. But there needs to be more endgame content. Creative tasks, surviving harsh environments. There's not really any harsh environments in the game. 10K would be your guess. Click on the games in the profile. Gotcha. Haha, Midnight made a new friend. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good as a screensaver? Sweet. Let's see. Finding and collecting interesting items. I think when they're saying that, they're talking about the 2 Go Hunt Me missions. The end game Hunt Me mission and the satellite Hunt Me mission. It was fun. It was fun, but then you do it and it's like you don't do it ever again, right? Surviving harsh environments, creative tasks. What do you mean by creative tasks? Creative tasks are very similar to... the only creative task is sculpting terrain, right? And we already talked about the deformation problems. Speed runs, nah. I have no interest in doing a speed run. The game already feels too fast for me. How important is cultivating and farming plant life in Astroneer to your enjoyment of the game? Well, there's no purpose to it other than the snails and the LTE. If there was some reason to do it, like I could produce a resource out of it. You know, the LTE makes you combine a couple things with... Your audio went out and now you're back, actually. What'd you miss? Dude, roll back because we're taking your survey. If there was something... You know, lots of fun the first time activities. You're right. Nim is absolutely right. The first time that you do any of the activities in Astroneer, lots of fun. But then once you've done them, they're not so much fun anymore because you kind of know the gist of it. There's no variety. There's no randomness to it. Randomness is a better word. Procedurally generated planets, while the location of those items are different, they're kind of too easy to get with to begin with, right? I don't know, it's kind of hard to sum up Astroneer. Astroneer is a very kickback, relaxing game, but it feels very almost geared towards children and less of a consideration for adults. Can't even get lost anymore? Right. Can't get lost anymore. I think they were trying to solve... If I remember having a conversation with Joe, and he was talking about some of the stats, and it's like 80% of the people who play the game never left the planet. You watch that 100 Days of Astroneer, you'll know why people don't leave the planet. You'll know why people don't play the game after a certain point. They find it frustrating. While the UI is unique and they got awards for the UI, it's also confusing. So the ability of getting lost, the ability of like not having any fear of the environment, all that's gone, right? It's hard to answer this question. How important is cultivating and farming plant life to Astroneer for your enjoyment of the game? It's actually kind of a dumb question because there is no purpose to it. If there was purpose to it, the question should be, if we invest more time into the farming mechanic of Astroneer, would you play more? Or something along those lines. Because the only thing you're doing is creating pet food. That's the only thing you're creating is pet food. During the LTE, you're creating some fuel. So I guess if there was some resource that was associated to the planting, it would be better. So I don't know how to answer this. A 3? A down the middle? Down the middle is like, okay, whatever. Do you spend a significant amount of time experimenting with automation and optimizing your gameplay? Nah, I'm not a min-max kind of guy. And there's really no min-max to it. Is there? As long as it's got enough power, it'll produce at the maximum amount of speed? And what is optimizing your gameplay all about? There's no end goal. So what would you be optimizing for? Who wrote these questions? Did they actually ever play the game? Okay, let's take the first part. Do you spend significant amount of time experimenting with automation? Automation is fun. So let's answer this question with just the automation thing. Yeah, I do. As for optimizing gameplay, no. There's nothing to optimize for. Do I play like Ron does? Think of it. Do I play like Ron does? Does Ron really optimize, though? Ron does do Optimus, but you know, Ron is on a whole different level of Astroneer. I think Ron and Whole. I think Ron and Whole kind of like. They're on a whole new level. But what are you optimizing for? AI wrote these questions. Did AI write these questions? I think they did. I think somebody went to Chat GPT for this. What are you optimizing for? You put down a thumper. You get stuff from the thumper. Yeah, you can have the auto arms fill up a train. You could have it signal the train to go back and forth. Covered all that stuff in videos. But what is the purpose of that? So when you say optimize your gameplay, are you just saying optimizing the resource collection? Is that what you consider gameplay? Because there's nothing to do with all those resources at the end of it. I mean, that's confusing when you say optimizing your gameplay. Confusing to me. How much do you prioritize exploring and discovering of new areas and rare finds in Astroneers? Well, in the beginning, it was a lot. In the beginning, it was like that's really kind of the thing that kept you going. What's around the next corner, right? What do I do if I go down here? What happens if I go here? Are you primarily focused on resource extraction action? No, not at all, man. There are too many resources in Astroneer. One of the key reasons I wanted the whole creative thing was to reduce the amount of resources that are inside of Astroneer. There's too many. And there's too many ways to generate resources. You don't even have to have, and once you get the soil centrifuge, all the basic resources are taken care of. Once you get the trade platform, all of the exotic resources are taken care of. It's like you almost don't have to focus that much on resources to play the game. Other than to build like a train line that goes collect stuff, right? How much you enjoy finding and establishing new bases and setting up outposts on Astroneer? Like I said, each one of these things I have to roll back my head to my first, 50 to 75 hours in the game. How much did I enjoy doing that in the beginning? Enjoyed it in the beginning. Now it's just bare minimums. It's bare minimums to put something on there. So I think if they add, there should be follow-up questions to this. There should really be follow-up questions. There should be like I think that if there was, go look at the popular games that have base building in it. And what's the reason why people like staying in those games? It's because they can build cool bases. They can build, the Fortress of Solitude or whatever out of their whatever fantasy movie or video game or whatever, their iconic things, the Statue of Liberty, whatever, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, I don't care, whatever. If there was base building pieces, I think I would spend a lot more time setting up buildings. That's right. Building makes all the games better. Make all games better. I think there's there would be a purpose, right? I mean, not necessarily an end game kind of purpose to the game itself. I almost feel that Astroneer needs a sink, like Satisfactory has a sink. Then it would almost feel like there's a reason for the resources. Maybe the sink has some sort of point association to it. Maybe there's a way to earn a cosmetic from it or something along those lines. Maybe it's one of those things that's like, is the sink has some sort of purpose. Maybe it's a qubit translation. Maybe it's a direct 100,000 things sunk, you get a qubit. I don't know what the number is, but there's some sort of motivation to have to these questions up here, right? To the optimizations with automation and gathering resources and all of that good stuff. That would give you more drive towards the end. And then it also, on top of that, you get people base building pieces on top of that, and then they have multiple bases, multiple cool bases, different looking bases, whatever, that are dumping into the sink, and they're earning whatever they're going to earn. I don't know. That would be interesting, though. Keebler, what's up, man? Those questions need to be answered rather than 1 through 5. The questions that I'm shooting out. Like I mentioned, nice flat floor, wall panels would be good. I know, right? I know. You know how frustrating it is to try to get a flat... Ron is the only one... And I'll tell you something. Ron hasn't spent that amount of time in the game just optimizing. He spent amount of that time in the game generating scripts that will allow him to do stuff that Astroneer won't allow him to do manually. Let's see. Establishing new bases, setting up new houses. Roll my brain back to 40 hours into the game. Loved it. It was fun. I'm going to go middle of the road. I'm motivated by collecting unique items and unlocking the tech tree in Astroneer. Well, there is no tech tree. There are machines that you have to unlock in order to get to the next step. What is a tech tree in your mind? Motivated by collecting unique items. Are you motivated by collecting unique items? Like, there's some games that have collections in them. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a good one. Come on, spit them out, guys. What's other games that have, like, those collections that you can do? Run around, find all the flowers or all the feathers or all that stuff. Is that what you're thinking about, unique items? The problem with these questions are you motivated by collecting unique items and unlocking tech trees in video games? Not in Astroneer, because it's not applicable in Astroneer. There's no tech tree in Astroneer. There's a resource catalog in Astroneer, which just allows you to fall out bubbleheads, right? It sounds like Devolver wrote these questions rather than SES. Somebody did. Somebody that never played the game wrote these questions, I think. It would be cool if there were unique collections. Like, if there were things that you could find, and then they're not easy to find. They're difficult to find. As for unlocking the tech tree, there is no real tech tree in Astroneer. I don't see there needs a does not apply in here. Not motivated? No, I'd be motivated. It would be fun to do that, but in Astroneer, I don't think it's applicable. Middle of the road question. How often do you actively seek out Astronium and scrap? You consider the catalog a form of tech tree, but it's forced. I can't make a... well, okay. All right. I guess you could say... it's a tech tree. All right, let's go back and look at it that light. Motivated by collecting unique items and unlocking the tech tree in Astroneer. Unlocking the tech tree in Astroneer. It's kind of forced. If you want to leave the planet, you have to unlock certain items in the tech tree. Is it forced in all games? Probably. Is there a different path to your tech tree? No, it's the same. But what about the unique items? What? So you have this question. You have two separate things here. They're unrelated. You have a tech tree question, which is the resource catalog. What is this unique item? Why bundle these two things together into one question? I'm going to leave it middle of the road. How often do you actively seek out Astroneer or scrap to participate in Astroneer's trading economy? I think unique items might be stuff like the hoverboard, which are sort of in the tech tree. Well, that was mission-based, and Joe got some shit from that, and I think I was the one that recommended that. I didn't realize the community was going to be all up in arms about having something in the mission log be a reward. But man, did everybody take that badly. I felt bad for Joe. And I know he kind of did it on my... I remember the stream where I kind of like, you know, beat him up on like, why didn't you put something in the damn mission log? Why don't you make the mission log substantial? Make it more important. Make it whatever. And then he got beaten up, man. Different physical objects for each planet, but you don't need to unlock the sensors and the Godas, etc., etc. Are they referring to the pointless chess pieces? They might be. They might be. If you're a chess player, then they're not pointless. They were fun to hunt for, though. Of course, I never played chess in the game after that, but it was fun to hunt for. Xavier, this question seems poorly expressed. This questioner seems poorly expressed. I know what they're trying to get from it. I just don't understand why they grouped it this way. How often do you actively seek out Astronium and scrap to participate in Astroneer's trading economy? Towards the end game, for sure. Because you're lazy to go to the chem lab and make stuff? In beginning game, how much? I rarely go after Astronium and scrap. Yeah, for me, it's rarely. How much time do you spend using the terrain tool to shape the environment in Astroneer? Well, you have to. But are you asking to do it for pleasure? Or are you asking just outside of the scope of the normal game? Another question that's not. If I'm playing chess, I'm not doing it in Astroneer. I didn't write the question, but I assure you the person who wrote them does play the game. Who wrote this? Give me a break. If this was a Gina thing, her and I need to have a really long conversation because this is not well thought out. How much time do you spend using the terrain tool to shape the environment in Astroneer? Again, it goes back to another question. If you're talking about standard gameplay, you spend a good amount of time using the terrain tool. If you're talking about enjoyment, like do I go and create sculptures just for the heck of creating sculptures, the answer would be never. Wish there was a way to lock the paver to a horizontal plane. Dude, don't even get into pavers and driving and all that stuff, man. Don't even do it. This feels like a DMV test, except the DMV test serves a purpose. This serves a purpose. We're trying to give our feedback, but I don't know if this is a way to give the feedback. I can't answer that question. How much time do I use doing the terrain tool? I use it as much as I need to. Middle of the road question. I hope somebody plays this back for the person who wrote this questionnaire. You need to play this back for the person who wrote this questionnaire. How much time do you prefer engaging in social activities and spending time with friends while playing Astroneer? How much time do you prefer engaging in social activities and spending time with friends while playing Astroneer? What the heck is the first part of this? How much time do I spend with friends playing Astroneer should not be a 1 through 5. It should be an enter the number. And what are you talking about? How much do you prefer engaging in social activities? I don't understand what an Astroneer social activities. Lock paver 1000%. Middle of the road. This is going to take all night to do. I should get paid for this. Do we get a payment plan or something like this? When I take Google surveys, I usually get some Google Bucks. Is there Google Bucks at the end of this thing? On a scale of 1 to 5, please rate your interest in the following topics. Exploring different planets and biomes in the game. Didn't we ask that question in the last one? It was just worded differently. Am I taking a Briggs-Myers test here? Yeah. How much do you prioritize exploration and discovery of new and defining? Yes, you asked it before. Middle of the road. Base building and crafting. That was asked in the last page as well. Middle of the road. Constructing elaborate bases of vehicles and other structures. There is no elaborate base. I don't understand what elaborate base means. Middle of the road. Creating activities like terraforming or creating art. If the deformation was back the way that it was when you release creative update, a lot. You would consider my base elaborate? No. That's boredom. That was like, where haven't I built a base before? Oh, let's put it in a mountain. Look at these ink plots and describe compound. Creating activities in terraforming, creating art. Look, that was one of the things I look forward to the most in Astroneer. And if you go back to the creative update, you'll see what my team and I created, which is that bust of here, hold on. Let's look it up here. Let me take it off of this so that I can turn off the sound on this. Creative update trailer. Right. So here they go. Joe asked the community to create something and see what they can make. That's us. That's the Midnight crew right there. DBA, Nerd, Wharf Rat, myself. Now, that's an elaborate base. But the problem was, I'll tell you what the problem was. At the beginning of the creative update, this is before the update went live. I'll show you what other people made too. Who was that? No, that wasn't Gina. That was Gina. Gina did the whole... what was that book called? I forgot the name of that book. That's part of our... We had a road you could drive up and then you could get to the mountain base. A very hungry caterpillar, right. Oh, wait, did they have us? Did they have a picture of us? Yeah, we should put that in white, too. OneLastMidnight didn't come out. Or exhibition, that's what we called it. That was a really... That lighthouse was a really good use of that particular... platform. I don't use that platform very often. So to go back to that, when the creative update before it was released came out, the deformation tool, the lowest speed on the deformation tool was significantly lower than what it is currently today. So you could really push the polygons. Now pushing polygons is it's too fast, and when you mess up, it's hard to go back. So, would I have liked to do it, but I don't currently do it right now. Am I interested in it? Yeah, I'm extremely interested in it. Let me read this again. Maybe I'm not reading this right. On a scale of 1 to 5, please rate your interest in each item. Exploring different planets and biomes in the game. I've already explored the planets, but would I like more to explore? Is that what you're asking me? Are you asking me if I would like more to explore? If I'd like more to explore, yes, that would be 5. Base building and crafting. Again, if there's more, yes, that's a 5. Constructing elaborate bases, vehicles, and other construction. Again, if there's more, it's a 5. Creative activities with terraforming. Terraforming would have to change a little bit, but yes, I would put that as a 5 as well. I'm going to answer these all middle of the road. Multiplayer sessions, cooperative play. Still some problems in the multiplayer session, but yes, of course, more multiplayer. How interested are you in lore and story of Astroneer universe? I like Astroneer as a story, but I think you guys kind of painted yourself in a corner. It's going to be interesting to see what your expansion is all about. If the expansion is expanding the universe, the Astroneer universe, then yeah, absolutely, more lore. More everything. Are you interested in limited time events? Absolutely. They're fun to do, but they need to be varied. They need to have some sort of variety. Add moons. Don't need gateways, just small, unique areas to explore. Just other areas to explore, right? How do you feel about the difficulty level of challenges in Astroneer? Too easy. How motivated are you to complete in-game objectives in Astroneer? Hydrate? Yeah, sure. Thanks, man. I know. I'm trying to roll my head back. I'm trying to take this survey with the mindset of like a 40 hours in, 50 hours in. It's hard to do, though. Love the game too much. I love you guys too much. I love you guys too much to let you fail. If I was there on the team, I would not let you fail. I would not let you fail the community that loves you guys to death. I don't think you even understand how much the community loves you guys in the game. Should we just go to your new location and stand outside and with signs of "I love you"? Is that going to be enough motivation for you guys? Is that what it's going to take? Do you need us to send you cookies and cakes and candies and stuff like that saying that we love you? How motivated are you to complete in-game objectives in Astroneer? I'm super motivated to complete in-game objectives in Astroneer. I like the little extra stuff that sends me on a mission. They're fun to do. How do you prefer to receive information about in-game challenges and objectives? Detailed instructions or tutorials? Tacos would be nice. You want me to send them tacos? Dude, if I send them tacos, they better start doing some... You know what? They better break open the qubit box and like really like pump out some cubics. Give him hell, Midnight. Gonna play D2 with Natural. See, look at these guys. These guys don't even invite me to their D2 little love sessions. Let's get through this really fast here. Let's finish this off. Detail. I don't want detailed instructions. That kind of ruins it for me. How important is it for you to have a variety of challenges and objectives in Astroneer? I think that's pretty more important than anything. I want challenges. I want objectives. I know that this is supposed to be a sandbox game, but sandbox games are... Boy, wouldn't it be great if you had some sort of random something generate. Go get me a rock off the solo. I don't know if you could do that, but something like that. How satisfied with you are with the rewards offered for completing challenges? I mean, they're okay. I think they're repetitive, though. It's like 3 new items if you're a brand new player. If you're an existing player, was it 1 item? Isn't it like 2 of the items are old stuff and 1 of the items is brand? It would be great if you guys just cough up 3 items each time. I mean, how hard is it to cough up 3 items each time? That's 4 times a year, right? 12 items total. Once a month. I think I could model stuff faster than that. How satisfied? I'm not that satisfied. Which type of objectives do you prefer more in Astroneer? Strongly prefer objectives with clear paths. Didn't you just ask this question? Somewhat preferred objectives with clear paths. Neutral. Somewhat preferred end objectives. Strongly preferred end objective challenges. Oh. What objectives do you prefer?  Strongly preferred open-ended challenges. Strongly preferred clear path challenges. Middle of the road, I suppose. This is a long survey. How often do you participate in limited time? Always. How would you rate the rewards offered during the limited time event? Are you talking about the pallets and the hats and stuff like that? Are you talking about the end of the rewards if you keep adding money to the box? Not money, but points to the box. All right, you know what? I'm going to finish this up later. This is longer than I thought it was going to be. 8 pages? And you really have to put some thought into this. How many people do you guys think is going to fill out this Astroneer survey? It's pretty in-depth. That's a lot. I would have shortened that by half, maybe. All right, back to Astroneer, my friends. So the items that we found in the update are these 5 plants. And on top of that, what you get is you get this organic generator, which is nice. I mean, if you don't want to go and just, you know, dig up organic, if you want to leave the grass the way that it is, cool. Then otherwise, this actually produces pretty quickly. So you can have an abundance of organic, which will allow you to have an abundance of carbon. Different plants produce at different... Oh, really? Oh, interesting. I didn't even go that far. Well, that would be interesting to explore. We'll explore that a little bit later. Do I have early access or is it already out? It's already out. We got no early access to this. It was just dropped. It was dropped today. We got no new notifications. Matter of fact, the EDAC, which the content creators are part of, is essentially dead. People haven't been participating in that, or System Era hasn't been participating in that for a long time. They answer specific questions, but it's not like we get access to stuff anymore like we used to. Need more carbon? I don't know. Do you need more carbon? That was what I was wondering, because the second tree was faster. Was the second tree faster? I guess I'm going to have to go spin up one for each tree. Or for each item. Let's go explore. Let's go get some stuffs. I guess I don't need these now. Let's put these guys down. Give me my backpack space back. You want to know one of the most painful things of this game, which has been consistent, is the limited backpack space. The limited backpack space has been... Man, it's been problematic. I just... Like, even just 4 more slots, 8 more slots would be... I know it's never going to happen, but man... What do we have? 3. We have 2 down there, so that's the 5 plants that we have. Let's get these all going. Tapper. Harmful plants out in the wild are tappable too. Do you indicate that? Does the harmful plant have some sort of indicator saying it's tappable? I'm going to come over here and play with my little bounce vine thing. Uproot to produces resource when tapped. Yep, okay, so you put a thing on there. Upgrades open up 1 more spots and tools. Yeah, another column on the backpack. Right, I mean, I know. I wish the whole idea of modding wasn't so difficult in this game. If they created it with Unity, man, there would have been a million mods for this game. Okay, don't have Princess on anymore, as I can't go crazy and just jump off the side. I was going to. You saw it, right? Oh, that's going to kill me. Oh, okay. This Princess might still have some stuff on her. Maybe it wasn't that bad. So you're saying... But you're saying hazards that are planted that we pick up are not tappable? No, yeah. Hazards that we can pick up and replant are also tappable. Okay. Would you need to, though? I guess I'm kind of curious then, why did you guys decide to put down 5 new plants? Does that feel faster than this? Oh, for sure. Ooh, what's the fastest one? That's Calidor. Calidor looks like it's coming up. Probably the Atrox one, right? That'd be my guess. Yep, Atrox for sure. Oh my god. That's an abundance. So it goes by planet difficulty. Why not new plants though? More is better? No. For sure. For sure. It's nice to see something new out there. I'm not saying it's... I'm just saying if you can tap onto anything... Other than the speed increase, I guess it's a speed increase, right? Unless, of course, the hazards are also scalable. What would be the most... What would be the toughest hazard? The shooter? The Attackus plant? Since it's an Atrox plant? Is that a badass plant? Does this also give a high speed? Yep. It looks like anything Atrox is going to give you a high speed rate. High rate. Which is interesting. I mean, look, that right there just made Atrox a whole shitload easier. See, this is where I have difficulties with business decisions. The purpose of Atrox is to be hard. And one of the hard things about Atrox is the lack of power. So you give this, and now you can produce organic super fast, which means you can run generators quickly, which means you just eliminated the whole Atrox is hard. So now what makes Atrox hard? If it's not power that makes Atrox hard, what makes Atrox hard? The flora? That you get attacked more? You would think that would be reversed. You would think the Atrox would be the slowest one. The drill? Oh, to be able to drill into the core? Or to be able to drill down lower? The hardness of the soil to begin with? Yeah, well, it's not difficult. It's an obstacle that I think you can get around with, what, 1? Is it drill mod 1 you can get around with? Or is it drill mod 2 you gotta have? Light levels? Well, light levels was solar power, right? No, low wind, low light. Low wind, low solar. Ooh, why'd that fall off? It falls off when it's turned off? That's an interesting mechanic. See if it just falls off. Are they trying to kill the game again? I don't know. I don't know. I think they think of these things. Well, I don't know what they're thinking, but I think that, you know, if I had to go off of what things Joe said in the past, right, we're trying to solve some problems of people not going to other planets, and the way that we decided to do that was missions, and then, you know, people were getting too lost or complaining about being lost, so let's give you a compass, and then you're trying to make the game more enjoyable to play for everybody. And I don't know. This is one of those things where if you pick up a couple seeds and put it on a plant and put these extractors on a plant, you just created yourself a bunch of power. So it's almost like, what's the purpose of getting the other power systems? Generators are, what, pretty easy to make, right? Tier 1 generators are, let's see here. I never unlock it because I just don't, I don't ever use it. DBA always says I hate that one, and I think I do, actually. I think I'm... Thank you for the follow. How's Sam? What's going on, man? Where's that generator at? Is that small? Help me out here, because I never use it. It's got to be the medium one, right? Medium generator? I know, where's it at in the research catalog? Here it is. Tungsten. So you got to go off planet to make it. You got to go off planet to make it. Doesn't it unlock automatic? Well, that's the small one. Small generator is there. It's on the backpack. But the medium generator, the one that takes carbon, which is 9 units of power, does need tungsten. So you do need to go off planet, unless, of course, you're lucky and you're finding them. Which, you know, they're not super rare. You can find a couple early game, but you tend to find them not necessarily on Silva that much. Well, at least I don't. I don't find them on Silva that much. You could build a farm of them. You could totally build a farm of them. You could totally have... What? You could get the round platform. Right? Well, what's the round platform? That's a large, right? Probably can't get that until later. Another one that I don't really use. 2 iron, 2 ceramic. Well, 1 trip to Glacia will do that. So you could get this. You could put it on a platform. You could have organic generators all over the place, but that wouldn't help you that much. So what would help you early game? You could do a small... Well, all you'd have to... Honestly... What's the small generator giving you? 1 or 2? You have a generator over here? I know. Generator is giving you... Small Jenny is giving you... Small generator is giving you... God, do I have to make one? Come on. Is it 1 or 2? Do you guys know where it is? Where'd I get this costume? I paid for it. I paid for it. It's 2. It's 2 units of power. The 2 units of power. How is this? I didn't realize that Thistle Whip was still dangerous when you planted it down. Get out of here. I want all of them to be dangerous. All right, Minuet, take it easy. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. It's good having you here. Yeah, early game, you find yourself one of these trees. You dig it up, you get 2 seeds. If I dug these up again, would I get 2 seeds? We're going to experiment here. Let's harvest this. No, that's a 1 fur. Is it 1 or 2 seeds all the time? See if we can find another one. Unless it threw one up in the air. I got 1 seed. Random. So 1 or 2 seeds per hit. Probably RNG. Looks that way. With the max being 2. Because I haven't found the 3 seed tree. Ever. So far, anyways. Yeah, there's a deuce. Now that I know to look for flowers, they're easy to find. Yeah, so you could quickly have yourself... God, what would you need? Like 5 or 6 trees going? Interesting update. I mean, nothing wrong with it. Thank you guys for giving us something new to play with. Interesting update. You could easily automate the production of these tappers too. So you could have yourself a repeater to a storage sensor, or even to some sort of battery combo where you turn around and shut the generators off once your batteries are filled. Or if there's a power loss, you could have this turn back on again. Yeah, turn the auto arm on, turn on, fire off, hit the repeater to turn on the tappers, and harvest until, you know, you meet some sort of criteria and then shut it all off again. Optimization. Can you play with me? I'm about to go off a stream. You know, my suggestion would be go on to the Astroneer Discord. There's a section for looking for games. They have more activity than I do for the looking for games. When the game was newer, there was a lot of Astroneer players playing. But since it's it's a 6-year-old game now, not as many Astroneer players as much anymore are really dedicated to playing. New players, though, I understand the new player, the whole excitement of it when you're a new player. It's a lot of fun when you're a new player. When you get to the point where you've played it for 1,000 hours, you've gotten, yeah, a little bit. I don't know. Pretty interesting. What do you guys think? You guys all on the YouTube side. Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think? I guess on the Twitch side too. What do you guys think? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Anyways, you get the bee costume in the cosmetic store. I don't know what it would cost. I had some qubits laying around. Joe gave me some qubits a long time ago. So if you wanted to buy it, it's going to be the equivalent of like $10. Matter of fact, it is $10. It's 1,100 for it. So it's essentially $10. Is that a 1 to 5 thumbs? On an 8-page survey? 1 to 5 thumbs? It might be. It might be. Very good update. I mean, it's Hey, anything new is good. I've always been of that opinion. The people who have seen Astroneer updates and be like, "Oh, we just got a soccer ball," that wasn't me. I think it's just cool to have something new to play with. You think that this is not significant. This is actually very significant. When you're talking about power and beginning game, this is very significant. It's 1,000 bytes to unlock it, and it's aluminum, which you get very early on in the game. So think about it. You landed on a new planet. You can't find those POVs or POIs, and you're not finding that extra stuff. You maybe don't have the bytes to do something different. You can easily get yourself a bunch of these trees that will produce a lot of organic, and then at the very least, you're just running the organic generator off of organic, and then when you get to the point where you can find yourself some generators or get off the planet to make yourself some generators, or to do some auto carboning, right? Get some carbon and get those other medium generators up and running, which are the medium gens were what again? How much power do they provide? They provided 8? 9 units of power. Then you're really going. Excited about automated carbon. Cool. I played for all years, 6 years. Me and my buddy still play weekly. Right. What keeps you coming back? What keeps you coming back to it? You play back when the storms existed? I love the storms. Update equals more content for content creators. I think they have a plan for this. I would like to see them use something for this. I'd like to see them do something for this. More content for content creators? I can get a video out of it. I don't know if I can get more than a video out of it. I'd be kind of milking it, though, don't you think? I mean, aired spiky balls. I know, right? I got this stream and a video out of it. Oh, I guess you're right. 2. You appreciate the survey? I like the survey too, but I think some of the questions are... I don't know. I think they're kind of hard to answer. They're easy to answer if you're like 4 hours into the game or 5 hours into the game. And, ooh, I love it. Ooh, I want to go explore. Ooh, I want to go put on a base everywhere. But when you're talking about end game content, which I think is important for the longevity of the players, the ones that are really sticking around or have stuck around for the last 6 years, not the ones that are just pick it up for 6 months and go away. I think you really got to start looking at what to give these end game players and keep them going and keep them motivated and playing and promoting the game. It's a lot of fun when it's new. A lot of fun when it's new. There's a lot of things to do, a lot of things to explore, a lot of great content. When you're talking about playing for 3,000, 4,000 hours of the game, then you're working really hard to try to come up with things to do in Astroneer. Make the tech tree like 5 times as big? I know. Much more chemistry and engineering? I know. I've never got a solid answer. $20 game for 1,000 hours? Yeah, I'm not disputing that. I don't think that that's... Okay, if you want to equate it for that, sure. But wouldn't you like, as a company, to be able to have a job past the next, 10 years or something? If you're relying solely on Astroneer as your moneymaker? I mean, eventually, you're going to get everybody that's played it or wasn't interested in playing it anymore for one reason or another, regardless if it was $20 or regardless if you're paying for it on a Game Pass. Well, it's free on Game Pass, right? If you look at it that way. There's always going to be something new and better coming out the door. So did I get my dollar value? That's not what we're talking about here. Did I get my dollar value? Absolutely got my dollar value for Astroneer. I mean, don't you guys have an agreement with Dissolver that you got to keep making stuff for the next 4 years? You got to be profitable for the next 4 years? Because I thought that's what it was. I kind of, that's what I read on your, on the sale of the company. I don't know if, $10 cosmetics are going to do it for you guys, because I don't know who wants to pay $10 for a cosmetic. I have yet to buy a Qubit, if that gives you any indicator. But for that rate, God, how much money have I put, or how much time have I put into Valheim? How much time have I put into other, sub $30 games? What's the chemical symbol for tungsten? I don't know. If you're talking about Astroneer symbol for tungsten, it's in the Astropedia. Resources. Tungsten. There it is. That looking thing. I don't know if that's what you're talking about or not. I bought qubits in the beginning. I think qubits are fine if you really want to get something. I mean, this bee suit was cool. To me, that was very cool. I like the leaf guy that I was able to create. I wanted to create like another guy, and I just couldn't. I couldn't come up with like anything that I currently had. I think I had like I could make a rhino guy, but his head looked too big, and so I thought the bee outfit was pretty cool. So that was, to me, that was worth the qubits. It was neat, and it comes in line with this whole theme that they're going on with little flowers and stuff. What's the big thing in the update? Mainly the tapper. So the tapper, while I haven't been giving it as much credit as it needs to be, it's an organic generator. There's 5 new plants. The tapper can be put on various items, not outside of these. They can be put on hazards, and they produce organic. And so think about automation with organic, essentially. Oh, I'll have the pollinator. I know, right? They just go doo 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 doo. I get some excitement from that. Great. Did I just knock this thing off? I think I did knock it off. Oh, not very stable, huh? There we go. More things to automate would be fantastic. More reasons to build infrastructure. I got really excited when I saw the geothermal power concept plant back in the beginning. Oh, the geothermal power concept for the expansion. Is it for the expansion? Is that what that is, the geothermal plant? Is that what we were thinking that it is? God, haven't we been talking about geothermal since like pre-alpha? Pre-alpha, right? First trip to DeSolo. Sarlacc, I know. Sarlacc, you need more Sarlacc. Bring the Sarlacc back. I think for the endgame people, well, I think there's a it's been going around for a long time. Excuse me for coughing in your ear. Just different things to do, right? I mean, it would just be great to have 5 other planets to go to. But of course, with that, it can't just be the same stuff, right? It can't be the same resource. It's got to be different resource. It's got to be different stuff. I don't know how far they're going to go with the expansion. I'm going to be really interested to see what my money's going to get me from the expansion. All right, well, I think that's it for me. Does anybody have anything else they want to chat up? It's been neat. I like going and finding the new plants. New plants were kind of fun to go out and check them, find them out. I don't know if I'll use them. I don't really use organic generation for power to begin with. I think once you get to the Tower of Power, you know, the wind on a medium platform or medium storage, the medium storage silo, and you put that up in the air, that's generating so much power. If you do like 3 or 4 of them, you've got enough power. So it'll be interesting to see what people can do with the... I guess getting to carbon would make, you know, making steel a little bit easier, be making diamonds a little bit easier, be making what? If the expansion brings a lot of new stuff, will I be making more videos for it? I think I will. I don't see why not. I mean, I've had a special spot for Astroneer since I first purchased it. You know, the day that it went on sale on Steam. I've enjoyed it. Of course I want more. Because it's... I just do, right? I've run a Patreon dedicated server since they came out with dedicated servers. Unfortunately, it's underutilized. I used to have a free public server, but honestly, people weren't using it. So I got rid of that a long time ago. Well, like a year ago. I kept it around for a while, too. This Noxus thing and stuff, I'd like to be able to use this as a fuel source. I mean, if we can make a fuel, you should be able to use a fuel. You should be able to run this in your tractors and stuff like that, or whatever. Use it on a generator, a power generator. Have it burn some fuel up. That would be neat. You know... That's what I keep thinking this, you know, what can you add to Astroneer? What can you change? It's not really add. It's like, give us the ability to do different stuff with stuff that we currently have. Like, does it really have to be... It says small generator. I mean, it says runs on organic, but can it just be runs on any fuel source? Even if you don't change the consumption time... At least you can have it run on different things, if you find different things. Taking notes. It's just a small, you know, to me, it's like the small stuff. It's like, and I've asked this question to Joe a long time ago. It's, you have the ability to make a platform. It's just modeling, right? Yeah, you got to get it into the game. I understand. There's some... You got to go back to the blueprints or however you guys coded this. I don't know that you hand coded it, but I think you did a bunch of blueprints. You got to get it in through the blueprint system or whatever. But the power system's the same. The oxygen system's the same. Ultimately, it's just a different design. So why isn't there more variety? Same with solar. Same with wind. Same with HABs. Same with any of that stuff. Why not different variety? I guess the only thing that I could think of why you don't have different variety is because of the current way that you are getting access to these systems, whether it be on the printer or the research catalog. Because those two things are carpal tunnel hell. Road signs would be nice. I never understood why they didn't do signs either. Other than the fact that I think they didn't want somebody to type, you know, FU on the signs. Or something along those lines. But yeah, signs would be nice. Make a lot of sense to me. Like lithium? What do you want to be able to like chop up lithium and snort it? Yeah, something, right? I don't know. I think you could be able to do something different. Like just look at the current items that are used for stuff. Power is the easiest one, right? The generators. Why restrict the generators to just carbon and organic? You have other items that you've introduced, like fuels in the LTEs that you can use. Swap out carbon for either one. Why does one have to be carbon specific and the other one is... I mean, power difference is the main thing between the two, probably, right? International standard road signs. Have your vehicles run off different power other than electricity. Have it be able to run off the other things. The fuel, anyways. Hydrazine and then the other, the noxethanes and stuff like that. I don't know, it'd be interesting. That's a kind of survey that would be kind of interesting. What can we do with the current things that we have in the game that is different? How could we make it different? At any rate, really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. I'm going to put out a video tomorrow talking about the update, what's in the update. I'll point you guys to the survey in the video tomorrow, just in case you missed it. It's important to fill out the survey. I mean, the survey's a little bit long. It's an 8-page survey. I appreciate the fact that it's they looking for some in-depth information from everybody. Go and do it. Give them the info that they want. Tell them what you think. It might not change anything, but, you know, at least I'll get some new ideas. Maybe they need some new ideas. I don't know. I'm sure they have a roadmap for the next 4 years. But it'd be interesting for them to be able to get more opinions. I'm sure they get enough opinions already. You guys, why do you want a survey? Didn't Joe say he was tired of hearing people's feedback? And he said it in a nice way, but didn't he say he was like, you know, sarcastically, he said, "Thank you for all the feedback you guys give me." You want all the feedback always? Yeah, good stuff. All right, everybody, I'm out. Have a lovely evening. Check out the Astroneer video tomorrow, and we'll go from there. We are going to get back into Astroneer. I'm waiting for other things to kind of die down. Like there's been, you know, new titles that have come out that we wanted to try, but it would be great to do something. We need to come up with some sort of challenge. We are on April 15th. Like I told you, we got Pat's team sucked into Astroneer. Thanks to System Error for providing some keys that we were able to give a couple people in the Pat's group some keys during a giveaway. But on April 15th, there's going to be a challenge, boys versus girls. A little competition. And stay tuned. Watch the channel, because I'll have a little advertisement teaser that goes out about the challenge. And then I'm also going to have a detailed rules and stuff video about the challenge, so that everybody knows how to play it. So it's not just Pat's group and my group that know how to play it, but anybody else who wants to download the save file after we're done playing the challenge can then turn around and do it. Oh, the 14th, did I say 15th? Sorry, I'm thinking of tax day here in America. The 14th, yeah. When is the next Tectonica video? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. At any rate, thank you guys for being here. System Error, thank you for being here too. Really appreciate it. I'm sure you don't like all the feedback, but thank you. Thank you for being here, showing up. I really appreciate that. I think you guys have done an awesome job. In my opinion, this has been my go-to game for the beginning of my channel, to be honest with you. And love it. Always want to see more. So always pushing you guys to do more. In a nice way and in not a nice way. At any rate, love you guys over there at System Error. Keep doing a great job. Talk to everybody later. Bye, everybody. We'll see ya. Good night, all.